So I heard this phrase the other day. They said retiring, but not retired. And I thought, well, that's really interesting because I think a lot of folks believe that it's either one or the other. You're either working or you're retired. And I don't see any reason why you can't kind of have a mix of both. Because to me, retired means you're moving on more than I'm done. Right? So I say that because, and if you're new here, let me explain. I'm retiring in June of 2026 from my current job of 30 years. I have to stay till then because of a 30-year pension, hence the name of the channel is 30 and out. My family's already relocated to Florida, so I spend my working time up in Illinois, and then I come to Florida to visit. So I'm currently in Florida for the Thanksgiving break. And this is where I'm relocating to when I retire from the job that I currently have. I'm not going to quit being a working person. I'm just retiring from that job because I'm going to come down and rejoin my family full time in Florida. So I think that we can find a happy mix between a satisfactory life or satisfaction in life without it being I either sit in a chair and watch TV or I go to a job that I hate. There's somewhere in between there, there's a fine line. And I think that's where the phrase retiring but not retired comes from. At least that's my opinion. Because although I'm retiring from the job that I have in Illinois to come down to Florida, does not mean I don't plan to work anymore or that I'm retired full time. I'm only going to be 60, and I plan to find something to do to give some structure because I'm used to structure. I think a lot of us that have been working for 30 and 40 years, we're used to having that structure of a job, right? So I like having the structure of work, and I plan to find something to do to keep me busy. My wife is quite a bit younger than I am, so she's going to continue to work anyway. And even though she's a teacher, she does get, that kind of school kid time off. She gets summers off. She gets a little longer Christmas break. She gets a spring break, but she's still going to be working Monday through Friday all the rest of the time through the school year. So I can't just sit. I'm not one of those people either. So I plan to find something productive to do besides doing more videos, because when I'm retiring from the current job I have, I'll be down here in Florida like I am now, and I'll be shooting more videos locally and sharing more of the Florida retired life with you. But I plan to find something to do because I want to stay busy. I want to still make a few extra bucks, even though I have a pension, and I want to feel productive. And I think we all need to have that kind of a structure to feel productive, because not everybody in our life is retired with us, right? Most of my family still works. My daughter just started working here a couple months ago. My son works a full-time job where I work. My wife will be working. So, and we don't have a lot of friends down here yet because we haven't met a lot of people per se. Even though my wife has now been in Florida, this is her second year, and she's got a lot of people that she works with, but I haven't got to that point yet. I don't have, we haven't made another social structure per se. We have some other family around, and we do try to meet up with them on occasion, but I still need to find something to do to keep busy because I don't have a group of friends that's retired with me to go play golf with, per se, or to, have card games with, or to go to the beach with. I'm still going to have to do something. So I would challenge you to do the same kind of thought pattern that I'm going through. And I think that is to find some hobbies and find some kind of a structure for your retirement life so that you feel like you're getting something done and you're not just going day to day trying to figure out what to do next. I think if you don't have some kind of a structure, you're going to fall into that laziness category. And as we get older, the less active we become, the more lethargic, the more really almost life-threatening your life becomes. Because if movement produces movement, right? A body in motion stays in motion, a body at rest stays at rest. And if you don't keep that body moving and don't keep that mind challenged and don't give yourself a purpose, your retirement could turn very short very quickly. And I understand we don't want to take unnecessary risks, but you can't spend your days hiding out in retirement because you're afraid you're going to get hurt or something could happen. So you want to have a life outside of work, because we've spent the last 40 years with a life of work. So find some purpose in your life, express some hobbies. I think going on small trips, those kinds of things are productive and fun, and they give you some purpose and give you something to strive for. Don't take an all or nothing path, because if you're still able to work and want to work, even if it's just part time, to have a social network and to keep yourself busy and have that structure, I think everybody should do that. I really do. And you'll feel better knowing that you have something planned every day to some degree. Anyway, that's all I got for today. You don't have to be retired to be a retiree. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to stop doing everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.